I declare this congregation to be in session. Please remain standing and join with us in singing the University Waiata, the words of which are printed on the screen and which was written by Ruru Karaitiana.
Ki te hapaya te
Tēnā koutou katoa e hui hui nei. Greetings to you all gathered here and a very warm welcome to Massey University's 2018 Semester 2 graduation ceremonies here in the Manawatū. This is the first of 3 ceremonies to be held today. I want to acknowledge fellow members of the Massey University Council and also the academic staff on the stage with me here today. In addition, I acknowledge the distinguished guests we have among us, professional services staff and the members of the campus graduation committee. Most importantly, I acknowledge those of you who are about to graduate and the loved ones who are here to support you today. I'm Helen Anderson, I'm Pro-Chancellor of the Massey University Council, which in effect is Deputy Chair of the group responsible for overseeing the university's governance. As a council, we have great pleasure in presiding over graduation ceremonies. Capping ceremonies are the highlight of the academic year at any university. Those of you seated here in front of me are celebrating the end of your studies, and this graduation ceremony marks the successful completion of your diploma, degree, master's, or even PhD. Across today's ceremonies, we will have 461 students crossing the stage, 135 will receive master's degrees, and 39 will receive doctorates. You will become part of the Massey alumni family that now numbers in excess of 147,000 people around the world. But this ceremony doesn't mark the end of your learning, and I take great pride in the fact that Massey is a provider of and a really strong believer in lifelong learning. Rather, today makes the end of your current study. The world is changing, and over our lifetimes we will need to continuously learn to meet the challenges of the 21st century and beyond. I want to encourage you all to think of this ceremony as not the end, but rather a stepping stone in your lifelong journey. Now, for those family and friends who are unable to join us in person today, all our ceremonies are streamed live on the internet, and there's a link on the Massey University homepage. You probably know that. Please feel free to share this link with loved ones, because it'll be a permanent record of what I'm sure is going to be a really proud moment for you all. Along with everyone on this stage, I'm immensely proud of you, Massey graduates, for the hard work, commitment and success you've already achieved. I know that pride will be felt by all of those in this auditorium and those watching this celebration in New Zealand and around the world. And that sense of pride is something that I'm sure is shared by the first graduates of the Massey Business School's New Look Bachelor of Business. There are more than 40 new graduates sitting in this auditorium today. Meanwhile, other innovative programs such as the Bachelor of Retail and Business Management and Master of Analytics go from strength to strength. At the same time, the school has a long tradition of offering high-quality academic programs. The Massey MBA, which is now in its 46th year, has more than 30 graduates crossing the stage this morning with degrees, and those are degrees from the longest-running program of its type in New Zealand. Developing close connections with the industry for the benefit of students has been a real focus for the business school. This is being achieved through internship programs, real-world assignments, and guest lecturers offering practical insights. The school has very ambitious targets to grow the number of internships it offers so that more students can enter the workplace with valuable experience already under their belts. 2018 has seen several business school staff celebrated for their success outside academia. Many of you will know that Dr. Farah Palmer was the first woman board member of New Zealand Rugby, and she was also recognised for her contribution to sports governance at the Women of Influence Awards. And also Professor Sarah Lieberman won the sport category at the next 2018 Woman of the Year Awards. Both these women bring their expertise to the teaching and research at Massey for the benefit of all their students. It has also been a really big year for the School of Aviation, which has moved into the first stage of its new aviation facility at Palmerston North Airport. Many of you will have seen that. The new facilities provide extended classroom space and houses the school's new state-of-the-art aviation simulator. Construction is currently underway under Stage 2, which will see aviation staff all located under the same roof for the first time. Finally, the business school welcomed a new Pro-Vice-Chancellor, Professor Stephen Kelly, this year, and although he'll be familiar to many of you as the former head of the School of Management. Professor Kelly will no doubt build on the work of his predecessors to ensure that you remain proud alumni of the Massey Business School. So congratulations to all of you who have taken up the challenge to be here today. You will graduate proud of your achievement and also honoured by the reputational mantle that you have inherited. So my challenge to you is to go forth as Massey alumni and make your own contribution, grow your own reputation, and in doing so, add further to the proud heritage that you are now part of. Stay connected to your alma mater and your university family through our Alumni Association. Finally, continue to work hard. You've already shown you can do that, and take all the opportunity that awaits you. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. By the authority of the Council of Massey University, I, Dr. Helen Anderson, Pro-Chancellor, will now award the certificates and diplomas and confer the degrees on those to be presented and on those in absentia. Associate Professor of the School of Management, Associate Professor David Tweed, and the Professor of the School of Communications, Journalism and Marketing, Professor Ted Zorn, will call the names of the graduands and recipients of certificates and diplomas in the Massey School of Business School. Pro-Vice-Chancellor for the Massey Business School, Professor Stephen Kelly, will hand out the scrolls.
Pro-Vice-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Diploma in Business Studies the graduates I'm about to name. Michaela Lynn Michelle Evans. Tsun Kit Fu. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Diploma in Communication the candidate I'm about to name. Julia Sherman. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Accountancy the graduands I'm about to name. Shaima Abdul Jalil. Gemma Louise Alexander. Lana Marie Bell. Charlotte Patricia Clark. Sean Aaron Hampton. Amelia Lee Harvey. Naomi Francis McGregor. Devi Naidu. Christy Alexandra Price. And Lisa Michelle Shaw. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Applied Economics the graduands I am about to name. Kate Felicity Logason. Kate Marie McCormick. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Aviation the graduands I'm about to name. Binny Martin John Matthews. Perrin Edward James Turner. Shavisa Wasu Girativanid. Tabitha Tarati Winiata. Ashton Aaron Young. Jia Jie Zhou. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Aviation Management, the graduands I'm about to name. Nurul Karia Binti Azhar. Victoria Jane Bartlett. Philip Mark Bennett. Joey Chong Zhu Er. Benjamin John Duthie Jung. Kavarihu Magalhães Geronimo Bento. Faris Nabil Karim. Kartik Patel. Lisa Marie Paul. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Business, the graduands I'm about to name. Locke T2 Braun. Natalie Bronwyn Kapil. Samantha Deborah Daly. Lin Pong Dung. Nu Kuwin Dao. Emma Louise Della Barca. Rachel Louise Doherty. Eliza Ruth Dooley. Mapu Tulu Iga Fale Olupe Ailiolio. Angus Warwick Findlay. Jiamu Gao. Yan Gao. Adam David Gardner. Zi Hung Go. Bradley Peter Robert Hanson. Ashley Louise Henderson. George Jeffrey Hewitt. Chung Hin Willis Lau. Ashmita Lata. Grace Lee. Go Seon Lee. Jung Lee. Michele Lima de Fontes. Liam Cohen Loftus. Jessie May Law. Sorry, I'll say that again. Come back a moment. Get this right. Jessie May Moore. Luba Victoria Murphy. Michael Glenn Park. Fi ondro jer mogel pak a apak penales. Nicholas Samuel Ritchie. Te Annie Grace Rihiana Saunders. Karen Dawn Seddon. Michael Robert Sheridan. Yi Chung Song. William Joseph Spencer. Minon Tate. Jian Tang. Angela Katrina van der Lee. Ling Ling Siu. Liang Wei Yang. Qinghua Yang. Ziwei Yang. Zhou Shang Ye. No? Thank you. Li Jung Zhang. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Communication, the graduands I'm about to name. Alison May Dew. Rebecca Sarah Hodder. Charles Patrick Mackay MacDonald. Felicity Sarah Masters. Abigail Grace Miller. Andrew Leslie Packard. Alicia Shukla Singh. Caroline Margaret Williams. Thank you, Pro-Chancellor.
It is now my pleasure to invite Ruma Karaitiana, Chair of the Board of Directors, Rangatane o Manawatū Investment Trust, to address the graduands. Though Ruma Karaitiana started his career as a specialist art teacher, he spent most of his working life in managerial positions. He credits his completion of a Masters of Business Administration at Massey University with turbocharging his management career, and he now gives back on the Massey Business School Advisory Board. Alongside this, he holds a number of directorship positions, including chairing a company that sells financial and property management services to a third of New Zealand schools, and he serves on the board of a community trust and other organisations in the field of property development, education and economic development. He's also chair of an iwi investment trust and is charged with managing the iwi's post-treaty settlement assets. His job as a professional director follows a retirement of sorts from chief executive roles in the fields of economic development, health, fast-moving consumer goods, construction and education, which he's held over the last 20 years. Please welcome Ruma Karaitiana.
Pro-Chancellor, members of the Massey University Council, academic and professional staff, graduates and graduands, along with friends, family and supporters, greetings. Ngā mihi nui, ngā mihi mahana, Ngā mihi aroha, tēnā koutou katoa. I'm going to very purposefully focus my address on the graduates and graduands that are here today. As you heard, the waiata we all sang at the beginning of today's ceremony is set to the music of a song called Blue Smoke. That song was written by my father, Ruru Karaitiana, as the Maori Battalion sailed away from New Zealand towards the war in the Middle East and Europe. At the time, he had no notion of what he would encounter over those next few years, nor did he know that in 1949, the song would become the first recording wholly made in New Zealand, and the first international gold disc, launching the New Zealand music industry. Similarly, when I began my working life as a specialist art teacher, thinking I might become the next Ralph Hotary, I never planned to spend my working life changing my whole career every 3 or 4 years in a constant search for challenge, innovation, and opportunities to learn new things. In your time of study, I suspect you have been constantly exposed to the idea that you were preparing yourself for a world that doesn't yet exist, coming out of the Fourth Industrial Revolution, and that, like me, you will need to prepare yourself for multiple jobs and multiple careers. This brings me to my first theme, learning to love change. Change in its many guises has come to be business as usual in organisational life in most workplaces. I was in my banking career in the 80s when the bank I was with launched the first hole-in-the-wall ATM machine. No one thought it would work. Most people are change resistant and as such think that most changes will not work. But the reality is that customer needs and expectations change every bit as rapidly as new technology, and constant innovation is required to continue to succeed in any market. I urge you all, regardless of your personality or your personal inclination, to look hard at yourselves and to deliberately work on building your resilience in order to work successfully in a change environment. Whether it comes in the guise of continuous improvement, innovation, restructuring, whatever else, it's always going to be with you. My experience is that change represents opportunity, challenge, new knowledge, new experience, and potentially a lot of satisfaction. My second theme is about learning to know yourself. Resilience is part of this, but the more you advance your career track, the more important it becomes that you are self-aware, that you know your strengths and weaknesses, that you know what necessary things you don't like doing, that you know the sorts of people you need to work with well, even if you don't easily relate to them. The greatest chief executives I've worked with are those who are well-centred and highly self-aware individuals. Friends from my early years who are still working artists have sometimes questioned me about how I ended up, in their terms, in the banality of management and business. My response is I haven't changed. One of the things I know about myself is I love to create things, and I've learnt to create things every day in workplaces and organisations. Whether as a marketer, an educationalist, a startup aspirant, an analyst, a strategist, a change manager, so on, I've been privileged to be a creator in what is a very satisfying context. Personally, I don't think there is any greater satisfaction as a chief executive than developing a strategy and then watching as hundreds of staff willingly and enthusiastically turn it into a reality. For those of you who are graduating today and relatively new to workplaces, I have a few quick lessons to offer. Number one, accept that setbacks are inevitable. They are simply mechanisms to help you learn and gain experience. It's normal, and you can learn to work with it. Number two, risks are scarier in your head than in real life. Too many people play safe. I wish I'd taken more risks, and I've taken plenty. They are always less scary after you've taken them on. Number three, discomfort and temporary incompetence are natural states and a part of learning to contribute. No strategy or training can be successfully applied without courage and a willingness to take action. Number four, make success an inside job. Work on what goes on in your head. What you are thinking and feeling when you are meeting challenges will dictate how much you persevere and how well you achieve. And finally, number five, friends and family are more valuable than dollars. They are the ones that know you. They are the ones that will support you if you ensure you stay close to them. They are the only ones who will be brave enough to ask you if you're okay when you need to be asked. And they are the only ones you will regret not spending time with. For those of you who are graduating and are well established already in workplaces, my message is simple. Be the enablers, particularly if you are in the privileged position of being an employer or a supervisor of staff. Be the person that enables others to safely learn the lessons that I've just detailed. Be the person that challenges them but has their back. But for you too, don't forget number 5, the one about friends and family. As a business owner and a chief executive, I believe I've always been most successful when I've made sure that my staff are clear on the goals, how success will be measured, when they are well trained and resourced, and when I am willing to get out of their way and let them at it. Now, none of my themes are about a course of study. They're all about you as an individual, taking deliberate time to work on yourself in order that you are well positioned to deliver on the potential that your qualification has now armed you for. Yes, there will be plenty of times when the concept of work-life balance is a theoretical construct. There will be times when nothing too clever is required of you other than the determination and grit to grind your way through to a conclusion. Success through adversity is always sweet success indeed. Finally, don't treat graduation as an end. It's a waypoint. That includes in your learning. Keep developing. Take on challenges where you have shortfalls in your knowledge. Amongst the offerings out there, Massey still has plenty to offer you. The wonderful faculty behind me believe they have well prepared you, but they will always welcome you back for more. Now, you are not just an ordinary bunch of people who happen to be in a heritage theatre at the same time. By the end of the ceremony, you will all be graduates, and graduates of Massey University at that. This is a significant achievement, and one that I hope you're proud of. Kia ora to you all, and best wishes for the next steps in your life journey. To the friends and family here today, I have no doubt that you are all due thanks for supporting those graduating over their past years. Thank you for that, and congratulations to you all as well. A graduation has the potential to transform families and communities. You can be justifiably proud of the people you are supporting today. Nō reira, ngā mihi kia koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa.
Thank you, Ruma. It is really a great honour to have you here to share your own leadership, learning, and also particularly your family connection and continuing connection with Massey University yourself, so thank you. We will now proceed with the confirmative degrees and the awarding of university certificates and diplomas.
Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Graduate Diploma in Business Studies the candidates I am about to name. Saurin Suresh Kumar Gondalia. Matthew Kenneth Harris. James George Howes. Chen-In Hu. Parth Dashut Kumar Trivedi. Amanda Jane West. Chao Gui Yen. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the Postgraduate Diploma in Aviation the candidate I am about to name, Binoy Norbert Gonsalves. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the Postgraduate Diploma in Business the candidates I am about to name, Ali Madi Rashid Afadli. Jalin Ja. Vatsal Urmish Tana. Hoi Len Zhang. Tauranga Dulanjali Wadukula Don. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the postgraduate diploma in communication the candidate I am about to name, Anthony John Rhodes, with distinction. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Analytics, the graduands I am about to name, Stephen Nicholas Peter Giles, with distinction. Akshay Rajiv Nashikar. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Aviation, the graduands I am about to name, Ali Hassan. Andrew Mark Sturrock, with distinction. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Business Administration, the graduands I am about to name, Matthew Jepson Ileone, first-class honors. Summer Salim Jama'a Al-Reyes. Stephen Brian Douglas Barden. Michael Glenn Benny. Caroline Mary Butler. Shu Lai Chan. Deborah Janine Cox. Alan Christopher Gregory, first-class honors. Dallas Brendan Harper. Angela Hurst. Zainab Jabawi. Paranita Shaktika Jatan. Wayne Bernard Langley. Kyle James McElwain. Sibusiso Mlachwa. Bushra Fazal Noor. Sarah Joy Riches. William Simon Russell. Heinrich Schultz. Kim Marie Ann Scott, first-class honors. Tracy Jane Kathleen Selwyn Rowland. Upmeet Singh Sodhi. Penitonga Poteke Tau Alupe. Craig Denbury Thompson. Jeffrey David Thorburn, First Class Honors. Trina Roberta Uri. Andrew Trevor Van Hout. Stephen Timothy Borrell Boise. Daniel Edward Warsaw, First Class Honors. Josita Youngratana Monkol. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Business Studies the graduands I am about to name. Zachary James Ashley. Lewin Howitt with distinction. Xiao Li. Stephanie Bulan Luhut. Grace Emily Maddox with distinction, Masterate Scholar. Belinda Jane Mooney with distinction. Adriana Marie O'Meara. Xingur Wang with distinction. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Communication the graduand I am about to name. Caitlin Ann Koyman, First Class Honors. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Finance the graduands I am about to name. Jing Yu Zhao. Nguyen Ngoc Xuan Mi Phan with distinction. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Management the graduands I am about to name. Jing Yuing Zhao. Xiong Lan Chin. Kenley Northcutt Ray Cowles. Desi Daniel Pidiakal. Dan Dong. Chuan He. Borji Liu. Yi Liu. An Chi Meng. Ellen Ross Maili Pakalani. Roji Raju. Feiyu Wang. Jin Wang. Pei Wei. Wei Wei. Leah Young. Xiaogong Yao. Ker Yu. Hoi Lan Jung. Min Ju. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honor to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Professional Accountancy and Finance the graduands I am about to name. Courtney Louise Thompson. Juan Yu Yen. Pro-Chancellor, the degrees are also conferred and the certificates and diplomas also awarded to those who are in absentia. Thank you, Pro-Chancellor.
It is now my great pleasure to invite Fatima Junaid to make a valedictory address on behalf of the students. Please join me in welcoming Fatima to the stage. Fatima Ali Junaid is the first woman in her family to graduate with a PhD, an achievement she considers to be one of the greatest in her life and not to be underestimated given she comes from one of the most conservative parts of her country, Pakistan. Throughout her academic career, Fatima has proved herself to be a top scholar and has been the recipient of a number of prestigious scholarships, including a doctoral scholarship to complete her doctoral degree here at Massey, and was recently awarded a grant from Massey University Research Fund. Since submitting her doctoral thesis, she's worked as a lecturer of management at Massey's School of Management. Her experiences growing up in Pakistan directly influenced the topic of her doctoral thesis, which explores the interplay of job stress and post-traumatic stress disorder in the context of terrorism and its effects on employee outcomes. Tragically, 4 months into her thesis, Fatima lost her own father in a terrorist bomb blast. She credits the support of her supervisors and Massey with being able to continue and complete her PhD studies. Please join me in welcoming Fatima.
Assalamu alaikum, Morena, and good morning. Thank you for the honor of being the valedictorian today, and congratulations, everyone. I've had the privilege of pursuing PhD at Massey University. When I applied, I thought, it was literally the other side of the world. What have I done? But thankfully, with the help of my family, friends, colleagues, staff, Massey University, I've made it through. We are not all that different. Although many of you who are graduating may not be getting a doctorate or may not be from the other side of the world. But when you committed to university education, like me, you might have thought, what have you done? But here we are because of your efforts and because of the staff, your colleagues, friends, classmates, and the university, you've made it through. So as your valedictorian of this graduation, I take the opportunity to acknowledge the efforts of the students, their families, the teachers, fellow students, all the facilities, cafeterias, and Massey University in general, for enabling us to complete our journeys. We all have our stories and memories that at the time of deadlines seemed like horrors, but they will end up being the best memories of our lives. We've also made bonds and friendships, which I hope will last for a very long time. Trust me, when I say friendships made at university last very long, I say it from a long-standing experience. I was an undergrad student at a university 20 years ago, and I'm friends with my friends even now. I also take this opportunity to thank the services that are provided, like the gym, the counseling, the support groups. Because if you were like me who availed these services, you would know their value. I would like to share something with you here. When I lost my father, I was devastated. At that time, my supervisor told me to focus on what mattered the most and not to worry about anything else. When I resumed and came back to Massey University, my then associate head of school, the staff, the colleague, everyone was very caring and supportive. But above all, my counselor helped me through my grief and went on to approve as many sessions of counseling as I needed for my well-being. I look back and think, this is what an enabling and supportive environment and a university should be like, where an academic grade is not only the concern, but it's the entire well-being of the student. You also might have your stories where you found help, encouragement, and support. We are very lucky that we have had such a conducive environment. Thank you very much for providing this to us. After graduation, you might be coming back to Massey University for another degree, or work at Massey like me. You may be going to another country to explore, going back to your home country, taking up a new job. No matter what your next choice and stage of life be proud of being a Massey graduate and do your best. Shine bright and live your dreams, because that's what our university teaches us. But please remember to stay connected with one another and the university, because it makes us strong and the university stronger. A huge thank you to everyone, my family, my friends, colleagues, supervisors, students, staff, for enabling me through this journey. And I say the same on the behalf of every graduating student present here. Best of luck, everyone. Kia kaha and ala paman.
Thank you, Fatima. You are a true inspiration to all of us here, the students, the staff, and everyone involved with Massey. We'll now proceed with the conferment of degrees and the awarding of the university diplomas.
Pro-Chancellor, a doctorate, either a PhD or a professionally named doctorate, is the highest research degree awarded by the university. The successful completion of a doctorate represents a significant achievement. Through the submission of a sustained piece of research, expressed in the production of a written thesis of no more than 100,000 words, or a creative work of equivalent size and scope, or via a series of publications, candidates are expected to make an original contribution to knowledge in a specific field of study. Candidates will typically spend 3 to 4 years of full-time research solving a problem or addressing a particular set of questions. An international panel of experts then examines the resulting body of work through both written and oral examination. Doctoral research is challenging and represents a huge commitment to advancing research and scholarship. We honour the achievements of our doctoral graduands by inviting them onto the stage, thereby formally welcoming them into the academic and scholarly community and acknowledging their entitlement to be called doctor. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Doctor of Philosophy the graduands I am about to name. Fawad Ahmad. Pro-Chancellor, Mr. Ahmad segregated politically connected companies in Pakistan into 2 groups. He found that civil connected companies report poor earnings quality and pay higher audit fees, while military connected companies report better earnings quality and pay lower audit fees. He also found that political instability has a negative association with earnings quality and a positive association with audit fees. Pro-Chancellor, Dr. Fawad Ahmad. Pro-Chancellor, Mohammad Ali Al Malak. Pro-Chancellor, the lack of generic skills among accounting graduates is an issue of ongoing concern in Saudi Arabia. Mr Al-Malalak examined 5 categories of generic skills and assessed within group and between group gaps of 4 stakeholder groups, as well as constraint factors. His research has provided useful insights to help guide the development of skills in accounting education in Saudi universities. Pro-Chancellor, Dr Malalak. Pro-Chancellor, Oyunstead Chagnadorj. Ms Chagnadorj's research sought to provide empirical evidence to support the assumption that separate reporting of discontinued operations is useful under International Financial Reporting Standards 5 non-current assets held for sale and discontinued operations. The findings show discontinued operations are useful to predict a company's future profitability. Her research could assist the International Accounting Standard Board in deciding whether to report discontinued operations separately in statements of comprehensive income. Pro-Chancellor, Dr Chagnadorj. Fatima Ali Junaid, Doctoral Scholar. Ms Junaid sought to understand the interplay between the stress of work and terrorism and its implication for employee outcomes, and to determine whether personal and organisational resources could help employees deal with these stressors. Set in Pakistan, her mixed methods research found that work stressors predicted employee behaviours more than terrorism stressors. Importantly, organisational support and psychological capital reduce the detrimental influence of stressors on employee behaviours. Pro-Chancellor, Dr Junaid. Jiping Li. Pro-Chancellor, I should have mentioned that Jiping Li is also a doctoral scholar. The global financial crisis has called attention to accurate measurement of systemic risk. Ms Lee's developed a new systemic risk measure for financial institutions, which enriches the measurement of systemic risk and is especially useful for banks with limited or no share market data. Her research is of special value in the context of bank supervision and regulation. Pro-Chancellor, Dr Lee. Pro-Chancellor, Fred Angles Amuliki Musika. Green consumption concept refers to the consumption of goods and services that are biodegradable, recyclable, fair trade, organic, non-toxic, eco-friendly or renewable. Mr Musika investigated and developed a validated and confirmed 9-factor, 31-item consumer decision-making scale named Green Consumption Scale, or GCS, for emerging markets like in Africa and Tanzania. In particular, GCS will provide researchers with a valid and reliable instrument for measuring green consumption style objectively. Pro-Chancellor, Dr Musika. Pro-Chancellor, Moi Kuen Yuen. Hedge fund investors frequently face selection problems when deciding on which hedge funds to invest in. Ms Yuen found that larger, better performing funds with lower redemption frequency have a higher likelihood of survival. Her research findings are important for institutional investors who make up a large proportion of hedge fund investors. Pro-Chancellor, Dr Yuen. Thank you, Pro-Chancellor. Would all our graduates please stand once more? He honore nui te whakatau atu I a koutou, hei raukura o te kuninga ki Pure Huroa. It is my great honour to welcome you as alumni of Massey University. The award of a university degree carries many privileges, but like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. I charge you as graduates of Massey University to use what you have learnt for your own betterment and for the benefit of your communities. I charge you to use the skills and knowledge you have acquired with rigour and integrity, and to commit yourselves to a program of lifelong learning and discovery. I charge you to remember the lessons Massey University has taught you about the worth of others, particularly those who've not had the opportunities that you have had. I charge you to set goals and to continue the hard work that has brought you so far. And in all that you do, I charge you to be deserving of the good name of Massey University. Please be seated. E noho.
At the conclusion of this ceremony, guests are requested to remain in their seats until the processions have assembled in Broadway Avenue. Then please then join our celebratory procession to the square, where you'll be able to mix and mingle with your graduates, staff, family and friends. All of those have been part of your graduates' successful journey. I declare this congregation to be adjourned. Please join with us in singing the National Anthem of New Zealand, the words of which are printed on the screen. Please stand.
Kia you.